Hey guys, welcome to Retail Rescue, survival strategies for the brick and mortar pro shop. Sponsored by EasyV Sites, I'm Aaron and Inside Archery. Stay tuned for this week's tip of the week.
This week I want to talk about not a fun, colorful part of the business, but the most essential, the spine of the business. My wife. My wife is brilliant. She's got a master's in law. She's a really smart girl. She doesn't like crowds. She's not out front on the floor. That's my job. She runs the back room. We need to talk about the guts of the business here this week. We're doing great. We got great inventory. We're making the profits that we want. We're moving this thing forward. But without someone keeping an eye on the ball, husband and wife teams sometimes, but we made a dynamic duo. I'm good at what I do. She's good at what she's brilliant at what she does. And without that, without someone keeping an eye on the money, you may have your own bookkeeper. If you don't, go get one. You just can't run both sides of the business yourself effectively. Or you're the guy in the back room in the office, and you should be the guy out with your customers. And instead of hiring kids to run your sales floor, hire a professional to run your books. Here's what happens. So in our early days, as I said, we built our business from scratch. It wasn't a huge inventory. I didn't have $10 million to open up a store. We bought 2 of this thing for this peg hook, 2 of this thing, 2 of this thing, 2 of this thing, and literally it was 2 pages on a clipboard. And every other week I would take inventory manually and I would go peg to peg. It wasn't hard to count. There was only 2. Is there 2? Nope, there's 1. So I need 1. Is there 2? There's 0. So I need 2. Pretty easy. And then it grew and grew, and we got 4 on there, and then we got 6 on there, and then we end up with a stock room. But my point is, you have to tabulate your inventory. But here's where a lot of shops get into trouble. You're replenishing that inventory. Say I started with, let's just say $10,000, right? If I sell this sounds silly, but if I sell this release that cost me $50, and I sold it for $89.99, how much have I made? I've not made $89.99. I've made $39.99. I've made the difference. So that 50, I buy another one. That 50 goes back into my inventory, and you put the 39 in your bank account. I see so many shops dwindle their inventory. They're using their money without replenishing your inventory dollars should never go down. If you want to invest and add, if I sell 1 of these, I almost have enough money to buy 2 now, and that's how I put 3 on my pegboard hook, and then 4, and then 5. We rolled it over, and I kept rolling it. But never diminish your inventory. Never sell. If you sell a bow for $500 and it cost you $375, you've not made $500. You have to know where this number is. You've made $125. That's your money to pay your bills. Replenish your inventory. Sometimes it gets late in the year, I don't want to order that bow again, so I'll put that money into what's coming up seasonal for the next, but I'm constantly keeping that tabulation. It overgrew my clipboard, as I said, so we bought I spent $5,000 on an old point of sale system that started to record it for me, but I would still, every single week, print it. It turned into, I don't know, it was about 35 pages, and we did it once a month after that, after I got enough that would get us through a month's worth of sales. But I would still, every month, by hand, manually count most of the store. Not everything, we did a physical inventory twice a year, but just about the entire store got counted monthly. And I would tabulate, and I would take, I had 6, I have 4 now, do I want to replenish those 2, or use that money, I had a column going, use that money and buy 2 more of these, this seems to be going faster than that, and keep replenishing your money so you don't shrink your inventory. As you order inventory and the stuff comes in, I can't tell you how many times, every single month, from good manufacturers, good names in the industry, would either send me the wrong thing. I have my order for them, what I'm expecting when that stuff hits the door. Is it blue? Yes, it should be blue. Is it 29 inch? It should be 29 inch. Did I pay $416? I paid $432. Wait a minute, something's wrong. They forget. I'm not saying they're trying to slip one by you, but if you're not checking they'll forget to give you your buying group pricing or your show special pricing. They'll just run it at regular dealer price. Her in the back room would catch it. If I didn't catch it, it was a checks and balances. We're both keeping an eye out, and I'm telling you, every single month, $200 or $300 worth of errors did we catch. We might have even slipped a couple, but $200 or $300 every month in mistakes that myself, either I ordered it wrong on the phone, but it's got to match. The checks and balances, what you expect to pay when you go to enter that into your computer. This just drove me crazy, especially from the distributors. I paid $372 for it the last time I bought it. And I go to enter it into the computer, and I'm looking on my packing slip, that $3.72 item is now $416. Well, wait a minute, what just happened? And then you can call your distributor and they'll go, yeah, we had a price increase, so we pass it forward. But had I not caught that, I'm still charging $4.99 for that item in my store. I can't make my margin. You have to keep an eye and update your price in the computer, and then your price goes up. Freight, gas, fuel surcharges, all these things started inflating the bill. We watched it every single week. It makes a tremendous, tremendous difference. So my point is, keep an eye on your ins and outs, watching your dollars. Better to have someone that's got a key eye for that, watching your dollars. I had a really good support system. Luckily, we're still married and going strong. The dynamic duo, that's her strength. This was mine, but you got to keep your eye on your money. So, again, my name's Aaron, and this is Retail Rescue, sponsored by Inside Archery Magazine. We're moving forward, and we'll see you next week. I appreciate you.